Al-Imla, Al-Hayna, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Wamalaki, Bahashim, Harawat, Kagurash, Barakathum, the water, Bible, Bawa, Kwam, Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily. To the men out there teaching a lightwise doctrine, I say you shalom. Today we're going to get into a video whereas the former Marines weapons inspector, Scott Ritter, he's basically going in and being very brutally honest about Esau's violent history. Now, we always tell y'all, don't listen to Esau, what he says. Look at his history. His history will define who he is. He always trying to lie and trying to run away from his identity. No, his identity is Esau, Edom, the bloody man of the Bible. So I get one script and then we can go ahead and get into the video. And this is Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked, because the faces of the judges thereof have not where and who is he? The earth was literally given to the wicked, and you see what the wicked do with power. And we told y'all that power will show who is unfit for. See what I'm saying? Power reveals who's not supposed to have it. These people are hell-bent on destroying themselves, these Edomites. So the Lord helped you out. He gave you the weapons, these nukes, to destroy yourself. And that's exactly what your dumb ass gonna do. So let's go ahead and grab the video. The name of this video is A Few Words from Former Military Marine Corps Officer About Babylon. Hold on. I want to read the copyright first because you know how YouTube, they stay in their fields. Always crying. But guess what? Crying is not going to get you out of captivity. So you can cry all you want. Let me see what I can. Hold on, y'all. Hold on one second. Okay, y'all, I had to find the copyright disclaimer. And it says, well, we can go back to the video. All right. Copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use of purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Let's go. This is the Marine officer, the former Marine officer.
White people killing brown people. I mean, I'm just going to cut it down. When Madeleine Albright back in the 1990s, I think 1995, 1996, was confronted by CBS News about 500,000 Iraqi children dying because of the sanctions the United States put on, she said it's a price we're willing to pay. Now,
you heard that? See how bloody these people are? They say it's a price they're willing to pay. Now, the history of Edom is these are very genocidal people, mass murderers. And you heard one of the politicians of the United States. Let me run it back.
I mean, I'm just going to cut it down. When Madeleine Albright back in the 1990s, I think 1995, 1996, was confronted by CBS News about 500,000 Iraqi children dying because of the sanctions the United States put on, she said it's a price we're willing to pay. Now, just imagine that, an American Secretary of State saying it's a price we're willing to pay.
Yeah, I can imagine that easily. If their Secretary of State is an Edomite, it's in their blood to be murderers. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. because thou hast had perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time of their iniquity had an end. Verse 6. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Verse 7. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut it off from him that passeth out, and him that returneth. Y'all ain't got away with shit.
About 500,000 children dying directly because of our policies. Now, if these were 500,000 Kosovo children or Albanians or white kids from Europe, America would be up in arms, the world would be up in arms, because you can't kill that many white people. You're not allowed to kill that many white people unless they're Ukrainians, and then apparently you can kill 1.1 million of them. But those are soldiers, not civilians. The idea of going in and bombing white civilians and killing them in this numbers is unacceptable. We do it to brown people all the time. We don't view brown people as being human beings. It's just the God's honest truth. Here in America, we don't. We don't.
You know why? Because it's in the Edomite's nature. The Lord did not give Edom empathy. That's why they are basically cavemen in suits. These are animals, sophisticated, slick talking, lying ass animals who have an insatiable bloodthirst. So the Lord is going to quench that thirst with your own blood. Book of Nahum, chapter 1, verse 3. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Y'all ain't getting away with shit. The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet.
Don't equate black lives to be the equivalent of white lives. We're used to having black, the numbers of black health figures skewed out. And we say, well, that's just their problem. Their problem. They're human beings. It's our problem, a collective problem. It's the same thing we have when it comes to Arab Americans. We don't care. We can slaughter them by the millions, and we don't care because
See, who gets excited about murdering millions of people? That's why the Lord is going to get rid of this man. Because in case y'all haven't noticed, and I say this all the time, if Esau Edom is not around, racism does not exist. It's only when Esau comes around, that's when racism is in full force, but he pretends that it's not there. So how the Lord gonna get rid of racism? Simple. He's gonna get rid of Esau, who is the source of this bullshit.
My God, and I would sadly say if we ever went to war south of the border, we have zero regard for Mexican lives or any brown lives. If you're not white, your life doesn't count. And I'm just being blunt, straight up honest. The American people can get mad at me and say I'm wrong. Look in the mirror and tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that you know deep inside your heart that a dead brown person doesn't move you like a dead white person does. Because
see, he knows his people. He knows the nature of Edom. That's why he's saying this. He knows his people are bloody murderers. Look at the history. A history you cannot ignore. A history you cannot sweep under the rug. This is Edomite history. The genocidal bloody murderers / liars / thieves. There's nothing superior about an Edomite. I don't understand why you call yourselves supreme anyway. You should be supreme if you rig the game of life, constantly moving the goalposts to your advantage. You should be in power. But the thing is, there is also such a thing as white fragility, which you don't want to talk about, but it's more than obvious that it exists. I say this as well. If you were so superior, you would dominate on a level even playing field. And not when you got the rules rigged, the game rigged every time. What's superior about cheating all the time? Shit. That's not honorable. Nobody recognizes You being superior because you cheat at everything and lie about everything. And I was singing this song on the way to work this morning. The earth is going to rejoice when the last Edomite is destroyed.
We are an inherently racist society because we still believe in white supremacy. We still believe in the exceptionalism of being white, that somehow we are superior to others, and we're not. We have had the benefit of history. We've had the benefit of opportunity to where we do populate the upper tiers of society. But that's not because the color makes us inherently better. It's because the color has been attached to policies that have put the other people down, allowing us to rise to the top. And it translates into foreign policy. We would not allow Americans to bomb white people the way we're bombing Yemenis. And we wouldn't allow Americans to talk about putting nuclear weapons on nations populated by white people the way we're talking about the potential of nuclear. And I have to tell you, the whole Iraq experience exposed the racism of the United States. We just allowed that nation to be eviscerated, gutted, slaughtered, murdered, and nobody blinked an eye. The numbers just didn't cause any concern on the part of America. 500,000 Iraqi children. That's a price we're willing to pay. And if any American is okay with that or doesn't condemn it, we now know what the problem is. If we said we're going to turn Odessa into the Riviera, we'll just find a way to put those 5 million white Ukraine. We'll displace them. We don't care. Wouldn't happen. Wouldn't happen. We don't treat white people the way we treat brown people.
And that's why the Lord is coming back to treat these Edomites like they treated us. Let's get go to book of Obadiah. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Verse 16. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, you took advantage of the Israelites, you murdered the Israelites. So shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. All these other nations that did this to us, they about to get it done to them. All 17 nations are about to go into captivity at the same time under the Israelites. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 26, verse 10. Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. Stop expecting the wicked to treat you right. Let's see what this one do. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter. Let's go to this book of Habakkuk, chapter 1, verse 4. Therefore the law is slack and judgment never go forth, for the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. That's why we say stop expecting the wicked to be righteous. It's not going to happen. Let's get another one. Hold up, this ain't it. Oh yeah, we can get this. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 12. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Verse 13, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of the Don shall fall by the sword. Verse 14, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to mine fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh. Y'all got ass whoopings coming. Let's go to do this one. Let's go to Psalms. Psalm 73. Um, Psalm chapter 73, verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Verse 6. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covers them as a garment. Verse 7. Their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than the heart could wish. Verse 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression, they speak loftily. And you heard it. When they speak loftily, that means like they speaking to you like they better than you. But no, Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6 said that we are a special people above all people upon the face of the earth, roughly paraphrasing. So this man been in his feelings for over 2,000 years. And regardless of how much money he got, and how it don't matter how poor we are, he can never extinguish our light. He can't be us. That's why he hates us. He also hates us because the Lord loves us and not him. So he's been a little bitch. He's always been a little bitch. This man has never came out of his feelings. And look at all the shit you do. I see why the Lord rejected you. I would reject you. But you were created to be the wicked. You were created to be the perfect fuck up. Let's get it. This is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 20. But in a great house, there are not only vessels of gold and silver, but also wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor. So who was created to honor? Israelites. Who was created to be dishonored? Edomites. Let's go to Zephaniah. Chapter 3, verse 5. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He would not do iniquity. Every morning does he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. That's why they can commit genocide like they do and then don't lose no sleep. Down on no shame. Let's go to 2 Peter. Chapter 2. Verse 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. Bam, y'all ain't got away with shit. Let's get another one. Psalm chapter 137, verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Remember alligator bait? We ain't forgot. We ain't gonna forget. Yahweh Ratazah, we are of that number to come back as immortals and knock them sonic rings out your ass. We don't give a fuck about these nice ass, fake ass Yah Christians. They're not Israelites. These are still Christians making videos talking about, because we bring out the truth about what's about to happen to Edom. We diabolical and evil. Guess what, bruh? You can stay your ass here. If you love them like that, you can stay your ass here and die with them. He knows exactly who I'm talking about. Samuel Jackson, Django ass nigga. We ain't got time for that shit. You can stay your ass here and die with them if you love them that much. But guess what? You lying on us is not going to stop their judgment, and it ain't going to stop yours. So I see why the elder clowned your ass. Go to the book of Psalms, chapter 10. And the elder made a good point. This man could do all this wickedness on the planet. Y'all don't bat an eye. Soon as we read him his judgment, we the bad guys. Man, fuck y'all. Israelite or not, y'all are in the 2/3 because you're worshiping false gods and you still love your daddy, Esau. Punk ass niggas. Y'all some soft ass niggas over there. And Yah is not his name. So I recommend you cut your hair, stop going to church, and get you some real teachers. Because y'all just Christians with fringes. Book of Psalms, chapter 10, verse 2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let him be taken into devices they have imagined. Verse 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. That's the police right there. But you ain't got no problem with this, you y'all Israelites. Y'all goofy as hell, man. Verse 9, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth them into his net. And the elder was right. We ain't wasting no time on you niggas for real, man. Because we see that y'all still in love with Esau and you still trying to save him. Guess what? Lying on us is not gonna save Esau. If that's what you was thinking. Micah chapter 2. Start at verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light. They practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Verse 2. When they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Verse 3. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for the time is evil. Yeah, the Lord got a cake baked for you Edomites. We don't care how much you turn up your cognitive dissonance trying to ignore the truth. That day is coming where reality gonna deal with you, and you ain't gonna have no choice but to accept it. And what is that reality coming for your ass? It's either one or two things, death or captivity. Ain't no talking your way out of it. Ain't no paying no judges off. None of that shit. All of y'all going into chains. If you survive. Book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. They don't think they did shit wrong. Guess what? In the eyes of the Lord, you did plenty wrong. And you about to pay up, baby. You about to pay up. Esau literally try to threaten you. Like if you don't do what he say, he'll indirectly threaten you or try to make it seem like you in trouble. Guess what, baby? Ain't nobody in trouble like your ass. I don't give a fuck how many threats you send out to people. Ain't nobody in trouble like your ass. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. Because Esau ain't got punished yet, he thinks the Lord is on his side. No, he's giving you plenty of elbow room to earn your judgment. So Proverbs. Book of Proverbs, chapter 26. Whose hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation. That's why the whole planet calling Esau out on his lies and his bullshit and his murder and his theft. Verse 27, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it shall return up on him. Meaning everything you did is about to come back on your red ass. Go to Revelation. What is it? Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. That great sword that's why he's so crazy about guns and knives and missiles and shit. That was his blessing, a sword, but it was temporary. And the Lord is about to take that blessing back and give you chains in exchange and captivity. Psalms chapter 55, verse 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. How many times this man had lied and broke promises and treaties and agreements and everything else? Too many to count. And we all know how the Lord hates liars. So yeah, you in trouble, motherfucker. Verse 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. Told you, don't listen to this man doing this. Look at his history. Because every time he get behind that podium and speak peace, 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 we ain't seen peace yet. Democracy, freedom, justice, liberty for all. We ain't seen none of that shit. But you got people walking around here, Israelites with red MAGA hats on, believing every goddamn word. Y'all gonna be destroyed for trusting your enemy. Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Oh yeah, and a lot of y'all gonna die in church too. For worshiping the white boy. Thinking the white boy gonna pull up and save you. No. The book of Job, chapter 20, verse 27. The heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. That's what's happening now with his ass. Go to Jeremiah. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil. Spoil mean to rob. And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So y'all about to start running, basically, because every nation is gonna be at your ass. That's why all these other nations withdrawing from the United States right now. That's why it's getting more and more dangerous by the day for an American to go to another country. You stand out, they're gonna get you. Stay your ass in Babylon if you want to live, because these nations are angry, which is also prophecy fulfilled. Them people don't want you in their land. What part of that don't you understand, Edom? They don't want you there. Because look at the shit you bring. You bring lies, you bring death, you bring theft, and more lies on top of that. Book of James, chapter 2, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. The Lord basically saying those that show no mercy shall have none. That's your ass, eat. Psalm chapter 37, verse 32. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. Murderers. That's the police right there again. Let's go to the book of Revelation. Chapter 19. This is a future prophecy. We start at verse 1. And after these things, I heard a great voice of much people in heaven saying, Yah, salvation and glory and honor and power unto the Lord our power. Verse 2. For true righteousness are his judgments, for he have judged the great whore, which is America, which did corrupt the earth with her fornication and have avenged the blood of his servants at her hand. This is a future prophecy. So it's basically saying America about to be destroyed 10 times over. We'll get a couple more and close. Let's go to the book of Joel. Chapter 3. Start at verse 4. Yeah, what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? So I think these are African nations, so-called Hamites. The Lord said, are you gonna pay me back what you owe me? Or do I have to take it out your ass? Verse 5, because you have taken my silver and my gold, which is his people, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things, his people. Verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Verse 7. Behold, I will raise them out of a place whither ye have sold them, and return your recompense upon your own head. That's payback. How is he going to pay them back? Verse 8. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah. Who's Judah? So-called Black Americans. And they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it. Verse 19. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. That's your ass eating. We can get one more and we can close. Let's see, I'll take it. Oh, let's get this one. Let's go to Google. Blue Letter Tripping. This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. The Lord said, don't trip. He gonna get their ass back. Now we can close with Obadiah chapter 1, verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. Verse 21. And Savior shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Salaki. And Savior shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. Get one more. Book of Isaiah. This is another way he's going to get you Edomites. He's just going to do away with all the Edomite seeds. How do you get rid of all the seeds? You get rid of all the men of that nation, all the males. You have to have an Edomite seed to bring forth another Edomite. So without the Edomite seed, there will be no more Edomites created. And he gonna burn y'all asses up at the end of your 1,000 years slavery. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 22. And I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord. So y'all ain't got away with shit. And all we ask is, hurry up and finish fucking up because y'all in the way. Because y'all ain't gonna never get it right. You ain't got it right in 4 kingdoms, it's not for you. Unfit to rule, always has been, because you're too greedy, you're too childish, you're too emotional, you're too impulsive, and you're too weak to be rulers. Every law you make revolves around your emotions and your hatred for everybody. But let you tell it, you're not the problem, everybody else is. Well, guess what? Just like these hoes running around here. If you can't keep a man, you the problem. If you can't keep a kingdom running, you the problem. But let Esau tell everybody else the problem. Nothing's ever his fault. That's why he's unfit to rule, because he doesn't deal with truth or reality. This man been playing the blame game for 2,000 years, and it ain't got him nowhere. So yeah, you are unfit to rule, but guess what? You are fit to be a slave. That's exactly what you gonna goddamn be for the next 1,000 years until the Lord decides to burn y'all asses up, and the earth is gonna rejoice when the last one is gone. Everybody tired of y'all shit. You should be tired of your shit. Call Aloyim Lala, Hayanaw Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Wamalaki, by Hashem, Harawat Wakakorash, Barakathum, the water Baba Bawa, Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.